Okay, squeaky windscreen wipers. Second day, it's raining. In fact, it's constant rain, not just a few showers like last night. Although last night was a few showers and lots of them. I'm moving out of Norman's Beach because I'm a little bit worried that this puddle up here is going to get deeper and deeper and I'm going to get stuck in here. Beach itself, really quite nice, beautiful scenery, as you probably saw from yesterday's videos. Lots of mosquitoes last night, which were unusual. I wasn't expecting there to be so many bugs around. Anyway, a really nice spot to camp. There's only 5 camping spots in there. There's some day picnic areas as well. Nice little estuary, lots of wildlife. Last night I did see, or had some, they looked a bit like quendas or bandicoots, trying to think of the name, running around my feet at the campsite, which is quite good. But I know there's potoroos around here and I've actually never seen a potoroo, so if they were potoroos, they look like bandicoots, but they have a skinny tail, whereas a bandicoot has a reasonably thick sort of tail. But anyway, they had those running around the campsite last night. We'll head on down to Betty's Beach and do what I was going to do today. I don't think I'm going to get the drone up at all. And then I think I might go east along the coast and up to Bremer Bay and maybe camp at the Bremer Bay Caravan Park tonight and probably tomorrow night. Hopefully the weather will break. Weather forecast said it was supposed to be just a few showers today and then getting sunny this afternoon and tomorrow. We'll wait and see. It's not supposed to be like it is now, where the weather's set in and is really quite wet. Anyway, down the track, be able to see out to the right there with the windscreen wipers. No cars. That's North Point straight ahead of us there. I think if you wanted to get out there, you'd probably have to walk. Don't see any tracks on the map. But then the map hasn't been the most accurate. Little fishing shacks down here, quite a nice little spot in amongst the hills. I stayed last night pretty much directly ahead of us, if you can see. You can see a house on the hill way off in the distance on that slight hill. I camped up behind that at Norman's Beach, and this is little Betty's Beach townside. Betty's Beach. Love the way the rocks sort of pop up out of the hills, out of the forest or heath. Really clean, clear water. Would be beautiful in summertime to swim down in there and fish. The shacks, my car, another shack. There's another shack over there. A little sort of like a community. It's a fishing village, I guess. Fishing shacks. There are numbers on posts around here like there was at Norman's Beach. In fact, Norman's Beach is, where are you? You can see some, no you can't see some hills on the screen. There's, there's some houses up over there. Norman's Beach camping ground is just behind there. And the beach at Norman's Beach just over here. This is actually, well this is Betty's Beach along this area. North Point sort of up around the corner. More information for you. This is a Betty's Beach campground, so you'll have to pause the video and read it. A little bit about quokkas down there, and the fishing village, fishing shacks. Obviously our wonderful little grass trees. Well, there's a couple of our 6-foot rabbits just ahead of us. I reckon they're so wet they don't really want to move. Just sitting there staring at us, just on your lower left. Oh, there he goes. Well, there they go. Don't know where this track's going to take me. It is limestone. All the tracks down here I noticed have been pushed out with limestone, so that's good. Hopefully it'll get a good spot where I can take a look over the bay with these big rocks around. It's still too wet to launch a drone and a bit too windy. It'll probably end up in Antarctica if I launched it up here. Well, that's not a bad little view. You might be able to see the house if my finger gets in the way. Up in there. I camped in the river behind that, on the river behind that, Norman's Beach. You can't even see Mount Many Peaks ahead of us. It's that stormy up overhead of us. You can sort of see where the hill goes up, but then you can't see the top of it. Looks like the budget for limestone ran out. Now we're back on the sand tracks. I love the way these boulders just sort of pop out of the surrounding bushland. Certainly an amazing coastline down here. It's something that everyone's got to come down and have a look at. Probably better in summer though. I know this is the start of winter and it's the wettest winter we've had, the wettest start to the winter we've had since 1965. So it's pretty wet. A little bit ugly outside. It does make for some good photos and that if I can get the camera out. I wish the wind would stop and the rain would stop for a little bit so I could launch the drone and have some good coast photos whizzing along. That's you can see the house in the dunes just there, and the fence line behind that. That's Norman's Beach. Campground's just started to get windy again. The cloud just sort of disappearing from around the top of Mount Many Peaks. Norman's Beach down there, and around here that's Betty's Beach just down there, and up behind it there, that is North Point. Over there is South Point, and around in that area that's Two People's Bay. I'll go in there because I do want to go to Waterfall Beach, which I think's, if my maps tell me correctly, is up over the top of that headland, and it's actually got a waterfall that runs down into the beach, so we'll get some video of that. Betty's Beach is actually quite sheltered down there, although all the camping spots are underwater. And this is the sort of scenery you get along the coastline. All these rocky outcrops just popping up out of nowhere. Now this track I was taking is heading down towards that house, so I'd say it's a fire break, or it may even be a boundary for a fence line. So I'm on a bigger open area just over here. I don't know whether you can see me. I'll turn around there and head back out. I don't want to go into someone's property. Mount Many Peaks is just starting to show itself up over there. Just take this road down here to East Bay. another spot. There's no caravans allowed down here because it's got a steep incline. I probably wouldn't be able to tow them back out. The white sandy beach you can see in front with the beautiful blue water, even though it's overcast and raining and horrible, that's Two People's Bay. Now you can drive along that beach. We used to be able to drive along the beach. I don't know if you can or not yet until we get out there. You can't camp there. Plenty of spots to swim and fish along there. And you're not going to bump into your next door neighbours on the beach because it's a few kilometres long. Hopefully I'll find a spot where I can get up to a lookout or an vantage point in the rain, get a nice photo or panorama of the beach, but nothing's showing itself yet. All the way along there is Two People's Bay. We will go into the far corner of this bay. We'll come back around into the bay and have a look back towards this end, and then hop over the hills into Waterfall Beach. Looks like a very good fishing spot just here, actually. Didn't bring a fishing line though. Just coming into Two People's Bay up to the ranger station. The big hill you can see in front of us is Mount Gardner. Lots of peppermint trees around here. I wonder if they've got lots of possums. They seem to love peppermint trees. Also a mix of black boys, Banksias, all sorts of stuff. There were lots of Australian Christmas trees, West Australian Christmas trees back further. Open ground, I remember this from when I was flying. Fee collection station, well, I've got an all parks pass, so I don't need to stop here because my little pass lets me go into any of the national parks in WA. So when I park up, I'll put my little piece of paper up on the dashboard. They know that I've already paid. We'll speed ups. No dogs allowed in this part of the park. We'll get down onto the beach and I'll show you the beach from the other end. We were at East Point or East Bay a little bit earlier. We'll see what's around. The visitor centre is closed. Bus parking, well, not a bus. Right, as you can see, this road goes straight down onto the beach. Over there on the left. Resident Kookaburra waiting for some lunch by the looks of you on the sign there. Oop, just flown away. Whoops. Not very good. I'll take you down the beach and Two People's Bay. Pretty weedy here at the moment. So the seaweed stops a bit further up, and then you've got a beautiful white sandy beach right around the bay. All the way over there to, I think you'll find East Bay is there. Betty's Bay. Where are you? Over there. Betty's Beach, Betty Bay. Big mountain up there, which is Mount Many Peaks. And the rest of the bay down here. Bit seaweedy. I'm going to go out over the headland up around Mount Gardner and see if we can get down onto Waterfall Beach. Alright, Little Beach is the bay that I'm going to get out to, and from Little Beach you can walk along and into Waterfall Bay. Looking at the cloud, I might get a bit wet on the way out there. I want to get the drone up, but as you can see by the trees, it's still a little bit windy out here. That wind was supposed to have died off last night, but it hasn't yet. And someone's playing around on the radio. Okay, Two People's Bay just around the corner there. North Point, if it lets me zoom, is just behind that low flat headland. Bit of rain coming over there. That's Mount Many Peaks behind that rain. I'm not sure if you're going to hear it. This is Little Bay. You might be able to hear the screams of the kids in that because there's a lot of dolphins in the water. Somewhere there, you can probably see them popping up every now and then between the rocks and the deep water. I don't know what I'm doing there, probably just fishing. There's some people on the rocks over there, that's where I'm walking around to. I'm not going to be launching the drone because it is just too wet. Every time I look at launching the drone, it starts to rain. Big hill behind us, that one there in the centre is Mount Gardner. I'm not actually sure what this little one is here, and that up there obviously is South Point. Anyway, I'm going to walk down along this really nice little sandy beach past all this beautiful clean blue water and out around into the next bay, which is Waterfall Bay. And I reckon with the amount of rain we've had so far, Waterfall Bay is going off pretty well. A little bit windy still, too windy and too wet to fly the drone, unfortunately. Alright, this is the waterfall. I believe the water's drinkable, I haven't tried it yet. With a waterfall up there, oh, shadows coming down the side of the rock, and the rest of the water comes out from that little hollow in there. And down from the top of the stream there. Water coming down through the rocks, underneath the rocks it's carved its way through. Bit of the falls up there, splashing over the side of that rock there, and then obviously down through in here, all on the edge of the beach. You're supposed to see the outer islands of King George Sound at Albany from this little point here, but this beautiful Albany weather we're having is stopping us from seeing across the bay. You can sort of see a shadow outline of one of the islands there. I'm not even going to get out. If it was a good day, you'd be able to see down into King George Sound and across to the entrance to the inner harbour. But it's not a good day. It's supposed to be fining up, but nothing's happened yet. And I was going to have lunch down here, but it's just too wet and windy and horrible. Find somewhere else. just coming into the little town of Many Peaks. Just don't blink, otherwise you might miss it. It does have a school here on the right there. A little service station, general store. And that was the town of Many Peaks. Hope you didn't miss it.